ammunition. Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition, and we'll all stay free.
Hi friends, this is FirearmPop, and what you're about to see is a video that I made a few years ago about active shooters, and a series that I wanted to start and I really never got into and didn't feel I got a response from the YouTube viewing public that it was something they wanted to see, but I think it's more pertinent today than ever. So this was the first video in the series. I will follow up and do more videos now. As you'll see with this video, I was carrying a snub nose and a Makarov. I no longer carry those weapons, and we'll need to see if the weapons I carry today will suffice at a 30-yard shooting distance. So without further ado, let's go with the video I produced about 2 years ago on active shooters. Hi friends, this is FirearmPop, and I have an interesting series that I want to start doing, and it's as the video implies, active shooter. We're going to call this active shooter part 1. Where this stems from, okay, first off, what it stems from, all my practice, quote unquote practice, is what I believe a self-defense scenario was going to be. It was going to be at, forget the 20-foot mark, because I probably would never even draw my gun at 20 foot. It was going to be probably at 5 foot or less when I needed to deploy my gun and take some kind of action. So all my training and my guns reflect that. Okay, reflect an up-close and personal type defensive situation. And what I'll do here is throw in some clips from some of the practice sessions that I have done. Now, this is typically what I do when I go to the range. I just don't video it all the time. So some of these videos go back a little ways, but back to the summer and before that. But I'm going to let you see them here. Okay, so you see what I mean. It's up close and personal self-defense. Now, even when the percentages of that happening are slim, okay, probably to none, once you make a decision to carry a gun, I believe it behooves you to practice, okay, and be proficient with it. So now, here's where we're going. An active shooter. We're in a situation where there is an active shooter. Now, once again, these things are probably rarer than getting hit by lightning, but it is what's on everybody's mind these days, so that's the kind of drill I'm going to go through here. So before we even do any drills, my thoughts are this. Most of you know what my daily carries are. There's 2 distinct weapons, and I'll show them here. My snubby, my 357 Magnum snubby, lightweight. Have that in my pocket, in my waistband, ready to go most of the time. And the alternate to that, which is a little heavier, is my Makarov P64. It's really a Radon, R-A-D-O-N. It's not a Makarov, but it's a Makarov model, and it shoots 9x18. So those are usually my 2 weapons that I carry. Weapons. I shouldn't use the term weapons, they are guns. It's not a weapon until you go to use it. Anyway, no. So an active shooter now is not going to be less than 5 foot away. I doubt it. I think when an active shooter situation comes up, we could be talking 30, 40, 50, maybe even 60 feet away. Okay, was 60 feet 20 yards? So my question is, are these guns capable, and am I capable of deploying these guns effectively at that kind of distance? So that's why I'm headed to the range today. I've got both guns with me. We're gonna I'm not even gonna time it. I'm not even gonna try to duplicate the adrenaline rush of somebody with a AK, AR, or any other weapon that's killing people. Of course, not going to take any action till I see not the whites of his eyes, but the red of people's blood. We need to make sure that we are intervening in something that's real. And the only time I would intervene is to save lives. So, what we're going to do here at the range today, once I get there, what I want to do is set up a silhouette, and we'll see what the best target is. That this range that I'm going to has preset targets, and I forget what the first one was past the 21-foot target. But we're going to look at something at 40 to 60 feet. I'm going to pick up the weapon and fire, and see how accurate I am and how controlled it is. And don't forget, in that kind of situation, I don't want to take the risk of hitting innocent people. Now, in the future videos, we're going to discuss a whole bunch of other things, like what your mindset should be. If you do decide in an active shooter situation to take an action, you've got to realize that if police are approaching, all they're going to see is you with the gun in your hand. And there's no warning shots anymore. There's no more police halt. They see you with the gun in your hand and you're dead. No questions asked. So there is that concern that you have to make that judgment really quick and hopefully be right. But that's discussions we're going to have in the next couple of segments, discussions like that. We're talking about a whole different kind of situation that we may be finding ourselves in, and so we need to be ready to respond accordingly. So I'm going to cut this off here until I get to the range. We'll set back up and we'll take some shots with the two different guns. And like I said, I need to rethink my carry weapon. Now, what's ideal when you look at IDPA type shooting, all that practice is great. Is great for an active shooter situation. However, you look at people, most of them carry their 1911s and their M9s and big handguns, which I'm sure 99% of them don't carry those on a daily basis. So anyway, that's the reason why now, if these two guns don't cut the mustard, we're going to have to rethink the carry weapon and maybe go up a size. But I don't want to go up that much in weight. So let's see how these perform, and we'll make a judgment later. Hang in there, we'll be right back. Okay friends, here we are now. Unfortunately, with the amount of snow in the background, my camera's got me in silhouette. But what's important is the target and what I'm doing here today, like I explained. So the first step is going to be the Makarov. I don't know if you can even see that real close, but that's what we're going to do. Okay, so here we are at the target. Of the 3 rounds fired is 1, 2, and 3. Not really happy with that, but evidently we need more practice, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, at this point, try to show you a silhouette. That's my snubby in 357 Magnum. Let's see how this one does. Okay, you can see that at 30 yards, and it's probably a little further shot than I'd like. A lot more shots on target. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then there's 10, 11 rounds total, and not bad on target. No, not happy with the results. It is 30 yards. Don't know if that's realistic or not. I'm going to do a little bit more research. I would think so. 30-yard shot is not uncommon. Now, anyone who's seen my videos knows that I've done 100 yards with my Beretta 92 FS. So. Not the accuracy. I mean, I could hit it. It's up to the gun. It's the short barrel. It's the short sight distance. And trying to put something on target in a silhouette like we just saw. So we will continue the series. We're going to continue our quest for the perfect packing pistol for an active shooter situation. And so stay tuned and look forward to seeing you again in future videos. This is FirearmPop. Stay safe out there and God bless. Bye.